Welcome to the Steps in Purpose podcast with EdieAnne. This podcast explores emotional awareness, faith, and purposeful living through short, reflective conversations designed to help you notice where you are and take your next step with clarity. Thanks for being here. Welcome back, everyone. Today I want to talk about what it actually means to reset when you are disengaged, because this is one of the most misunderstood parts of the emotion gauge. When people hear the word reset, they usually picture pulling themselves out, snapping back, or somehow getting their energy and motivation online again. That idea makes sense in other emotional levels, but it does not work here, okay? Disengagement does not respond to effort. It responds to safety. When you are disengaged, your system has already decided that the world feels like too much, right? It has not shut down because you're lazy or broken. It's pulled back because something needed protecting. So the reset here is not about climbing out of anything. It's about reconnecting slowly and on purpose. The real reset for disengagement is permission. Permission to move gently. Permission to rest without feeling guilty about it. Permission to experience small moments again without turning them into a task or a goal. That's too much for somebody that's disengaged. This level does not need a breakthrough moment. It needs safety first. And when safety returns, feeling will follow. I want you to picture what safety feels like in your own body, not what sounds like it in your head, okay? Because safety often looks like warm light instead of bright light. It feels like soft music instead of background noise. It feels like a quiet prayer instead of a long explanation. It feels like presence without expectation. Okay? Disengagement responds to gentleness because gentleness tells your nervous system that it does not have to stay on guard anymore. In survival mode, we learn that, right? That's the fight or flight. In disengaged, we completely disconnect. One of the hardest parts of this level is that people often judge themselves for being here. There is a lot of internal pressure that sounds like, I should be past this by now. Or, other people seem to handle life better than I do. That self-judgment actually keeps the system in a disengaged state because it reinforces the feeling that it's not safe to simply be where you are. So awareness is part of the reset. Awareness that disengagement is information, not failure. Hear that again. It's information. It's a signal. It's not failure. You're not broken. Awareness that your system is communicating with you in the only way it knows how. An awareness that nothing about this means you're stuck forever. When you start to understand disengagement as protection instead of weakness, the tone of your inner world begins to shift automatically. The pressure softens, the resistance loosens, space kind of opens. So here's the next step, and it is intentionally simple. Choose one small sensory moment today. That's it. Just one. It might be holding a warm drink and actually noticing the temperature in your hands. It might be stepping outside and letting fresh air hit your face for a few breaths. It might be a slow stretch that reminds your body that it's still here and it's still yours and it's safe. When you choose that moment, please let it stay small. Do not turn it into a routine. Do not stack it with something else or with other habits, okay? Don't measure it or evaluate it. Just let the moment exist, okay? Disengagement heals through consistency, not intensity. And consistency at this level looks like showing up gently again and again. It feels supportive. You can pair, not compare, but can pair that sensory moment with a quiet, grounding thought or prayer. Just don't stack it, okay? So something simple like, I am safe right now. Or I'm allowed to rest. Or this moment counts. Short words tend to land a little bit better than long ones when you're in disengaged. You've got to keep your thought process small. This is the part that many people want to rush through because it feels almost too unstable. But stable is where reconnection begins. I learned this the hard way. I spent a really long time trying to think my way out of numbness and to kind of push my way back into motivation. What actually worked was letting myself come back slowly, without pressure and without judgment. Honestly, I needed that gentleness more than I realized at that time. Resetting at the disengaged level is not about doing more. Please understand that. It's about allowing your system to feel safe enough to re-engage. So today, choose one small moment. Let your system experience it fully. Then stop. Let that be enough for right now. If you want structured support as you move through this process, the foundation book that I wrote and the video-based e-course walk you through resets for every level of the emotion gauge in a way that stays grounded and compassionate. Nothing is ever rushed, nothing's forced. You move at your own pace, and if you want to take a look, you can find more of it waiting for you at EdieAnne.com. So that's EdieAnne.com. For now, just notice what this stirred up for you, because that part matters more than you think. Thanks for spending this time with me. Until next time, keep stepping in purpose.